Hello all, Havoc here. Let's get ready to play some Space Engineers. Well, we're back, and here it is. It's pretty close to done. I told you I'd bring you back right after I basically got this thing lit up. We're going to finish up this top section here. We're going to get the materials in for that, and then we're going to go and place some blocks around the station, get some lighting online, because I mean this is looking pretty awesome. Yeah, this is. I'm liking. I mean, we turn around and look over here, and it looks blah. It looks like a mess too. But it'll be my second time picking those up today. So my game crashed on me earlier. Actually, my PC locked up, but still, I'll get those another time. Let's see. So let's go up inside here, and let's see here. Or we can, let's see, we need, oh, this one's pretty much just needs steel plates. Okay, that's cool. What about you? Same situation? Or was that the same block? Okay, so steel plates. That one's online already. And over here, we need more steel plates. Steel plates, motors, and displays. Steel plates, motors, and displays. Right. So, steel plates. There we go. Motors, and we have displays. That's weird how that is asking for displays, but we have them. Let's start over on this one. And there we go, that one's online. That one's online. Go. Just moving right along here. We need more steel plates. Alright, so pretty much just steel plates for the two of them, we're good. Okay, so if you missed what I was talking about last episode, I plan on putting what ore is going to be dropping down on those signs. So, might set up some type of timer block to dispense the ore and change that sign. I'm not sure. We've gotta work out the logistics still of how I want to get this stuff to drop down through. We got the. Let's see here. Make sure everybody here is all finished. If it's gonna let me through there. There we go. Yep, everybody's done. Okay. So we come down here and let's do. Let's see, go number 8. That block. Here we go. So something about like that. So yeah, we'll have each block basically being a portion of the materials that can be delivered from up above. And let's see here. What I want to do is this. Like that. Same thing on the other side. Like so. And then we're going to want to put glass across the face. Some plates here. All right. so that's that. Now we're going to want to put some more glass down. Ah, hey, it worked out again. Nice. Okay, girders and glass. Put all this away. And I don't think we have much bulk glass left. We've pretty much been using it as we go. So yeah, we don't have a lot of left. Alright, so let's get applied what we can. And then we'll get some more created. And I think that's going to be, yeah, so that's going to be just about it. And okay. Production. Put glass. We'll do 300 of that. And let's see here. Let's try this again. I tried this earlier and it does not want to join up. So watch. If I go like this. See, it doesn't want to connect. So I'm not quite sure what I'm supposed to do here. Let's try going the other way. See, it doesn't want to connect there either. Oh, are you kidding me? Come on. Little tiny pebble is in the way. Super frustrating. Okay, so all the glass, I don't know why I left there, but so all the glass is finished. So we should be able to finish this now. Done, done, and done. Alright, so that's that. That's pretty much where we're going to be looking at. And we don't have energy to, or gravity's not turned on yet on the station. Looks like I missed a plate on that side, and this one's not complete, so I have to correct that. So that's that. So now let's go ahead and turn around. Excuse me. We're going to go look at the other side of the station. And we're going to look at what we're going to be doing for lights over here. I talked before about continuing this straight back and putting lights down towards the deck. But the big thing with that is I don't know if those lights are even going to be able to reach. So we're going to throw one down real quick. If we had some construction components, which we can get over here. Let's see here. Okay. And we're going to throw this up here. And so what we'll do is we're going to do this, and we're going to turn it on. Well, it comes on naturally, but we're going to turn it on, and then we're also going to check and see how bright it is. Let's see here, internal lights. I'm going to go out on a limb and say this is it. I'm not sure though. Let's see here. Nope, that's not it. We should be able to do this. Click on that. Yes, the ones that are selected are the ones that are in the chandelier. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. So it was the second tier 6. I think this one here. Nope, it's this one here. So we're going to do radius maximum, fall off, somewhat minimal. Intensity will be as high as possible. Not quite sure. I don't know, this is going to take some tweaking. Because the lights that are designed for this are just nothing but lag inducing, so not quite sure how that's supposed to work out. Okay, so yeah, it just seems like we're way past the point of using those for lights like how we had planned. So, alright. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and cut away and see what we can do for lights. I've already checked the Steam Workshop. If you guys know of anything that's better than the in-game spotlight, this guy right here, as far as lag goes, then just let me know. Drop me comments below. But yeah, I'll be right back in a few minutes. I'm going to check out a few things on the Steam Workshop and also look at possibly other ways to use the in-game existing light. This guy, little guy right here. So, see you in a few. Okay, so next up we're going to turn around and do some lighting decor. Told you it was coming after we did the connection to the chandelier. It was kind of evident that I really needed to get some lights at this station. So as you can tell, I've added a few lights. So I'm not sure where we're going to want to go with fall off on these, but I do need to put these in one block. And I cannot type, and I probably can't spell, so I don't even know if that's correct. So we're going to do that. Let's look at color. I think not quite sure where I want to go with that for color. Probably something about like that. The reason I'm okay, so this is a chandelier. Talked to a buddy of mine, just literally logged off TeamSpeak just seconds ago. Also the same guy that we're going to be getting the server up, or the server is up and running. One of the other guys I'm going to be playing Space Engineers with on a multiplayer server. So, yeah, I was talking to him, and he's like, hey, you know, Chandelier, I think something grandiose and whatnot, so let's see how it looks. You know, it's not too bad. Obviously, the yellow's gone. And I got some more lights to add in. I need to add some across this space somehow, what I might do is put another tier of catwalks, like right between these two lights, and then put lights underneath those catwalks shining down. Because this area here is kind of drab, and I can't put a light there. If I put a light there, or if I put a light here, I'm going to want to put one there so it looks even, and the lighting will be even. Like kind of like how I did there. Those guys are shining that way, those guys are shining that way, kind of thing. So, yeah, this is going to continually change. You know, I got this catwalk here that I wanted to put coming out this way. So I put in a couple chairs as well. I think they may have rebalanced energy. I have to go back and check the change logs. But I've had to charge a lot. So I put a chair here, and I put another chair down by the connection where the chandelier is. So I'm going to put lights around the containers and stuff like that. I think I talked to you guys before about putting lights on the containers to indicate fill level. So what I'm going to do is once my my partners in crime, we get logged in on this the multiplayer server, I'm going to have him work on the code there, and or if anything else, I'll bring him in here temporarily to help me out with the code, and we're going to do that. I'm going to put 3 LEDs down the side, or maybe we'll just use like the top one and bottom one. So when this one is almost empty, this one here is green. And when it's full, that one goes back to its default yellow, and then this one turns red. So we know that this container is now full of whichever ore this is. We can't tell from the outside. That'd be kind of nice if they did that, where that UI thing on the right side of the screen, the hauler container, updated to its actual block name. So yeah, that's where we're at. Let's go down and take a look where the Chandelier left off. Let's see here. I picked up more rock, quite a bit actually. I made like several trips around. But every time I turn around, I do find another one floating somewhere, so I'm trying to get them all picked up so I can get the gravity turned back on. The last thing I want to do is turn gravity on and then just have everything just get beat up. So there we go. These are our displays. These are going to display the material that we plan on. How's that one guy different color than all the rest? So yeah, this needs a paint job now too, to be a little bit more pleasing to the eyes, I guess. So I need to get this blocked off some way, somehow, so you don't see all the way up into the Chandelier. And so that's on my project to-do list. So let's see, where are we at for our project to-do list? Let's see. How about the Kestrel? Is she done? I think we're missing some things on her, right? Oh yeah, we're missing all of this. Let's get this fixed up here real quick. What are we missing? I think we're missing girders, right? Just a lot of girders. Okay, so we're gonna load the Scorp up with as many girders as we got. Maybe throw some bonus girders in as well. And that's from the Scorp coming through there. Yep. So we're going to fill him up with girders, and then we're going to take him out, fix up the Kestrel. I'd like to get her fully functional. The drone docking station is going to be next online for that. So we could get manufacturing of drones, and then the ones we make, we can take and put in there. So we got these little micro drones. These guys aren't going to take any room at all. These little micro drones, they're going to take up no space on these docking pads. So you'll see this here in a little bit. Let's see here. Last time I looked, we had a ton of girders. So let's see here. Small tubes. Did I grab them all already? Oh, I already have them. So, okay. I'm going to look for more here in a second. Let's put these in, though. Let's go with storage. So that's the container girder. And he has a couple in there already, so we'll come back over here. Yeah, we already grabbed them all out, it looks like. Okay, so I don't need glass. We're going to take that just in case. No, okay. We have some on us. Okay, we'll put that in there. Let's go back to containers, put the glass in here. Alright, so we're going to go take Scorp out there, and we're going to get that all fixed up. And you know what we're also going to do? We're going to put that door right here. Whoa, calm down, buddy. We're going to put that door right here. Okay. Fix that up real quick. Actually, should move it over and put it in line with right here. So that's what we're going to do. Alright, wow, it cleared those bottom ones out too. Nice. Alright, let's make sure we got everything all welded up. Looks good. Alright, let's climb out of here, put that door in. I'd already opened that menu. That's weird. Usually the first time it lags, and after that it's okay. But guess not. Let's see here. Let's try door. Okay, let's try hanger. Okay, I guess I search for it. Let's see here. Looking. I'm not seeing that door. Okay, so I did get another mod installed, by the way. Where'd it go? This one right here. This is one of the new modded doors. It basically takes a vanilla door and stretches it. That's what it looks like in the mod description. So it looks pretty cool. And that was also the mod I talked about a couple of videos back about where I had downloaded them, and see, like, these ones. That's a large ship door. That's not it. He's got some that are named, so which are pretty cool. So you can go put ones in your station. Oh, here they go. There are those. Door 1, door 2, door 3. So they're named, and then you have like canteen, med bay, storage, porthole, office, reactor. They look pretty cool. Bridge. So yeah, they look pretty awesome, but I just hadn't put them in yet in anything. So we will get to that when we're doing the facading of the station. Where is that door that we're using on the Kestrel? Okay, I'm kind of frustrated right now because... Okay, that's still on her, though, right? Because, I mean, it's not like the mod's unloaded or something. Yeah, it's right there. Okay, so maybe we can look at that block ID and use that. So, what is it called? Large gate. Okay, so there we go. Now we come up here, we'll do gate. There it is. Alright, so we take that and put that in. There we go. And are the panels right side up? No, they're not. Now they are. You need steel plates. Alright, so steel plates. So the lighting situation, like in here, I really can't do anything about that because we don't have this flushed out for what's a room and what's not. That's why the chandelier was the first thing I attacked. It's pretty... Oh, that's upside down. It's pretty much done, the chandelier. We're just going to be doing basically facading, which is where the lights come in. So we'll be doing minor tweaks along the way, like possibly adding new reactors or more storage containers, the computer upgrade like I was talking about to show the inventory changes, stuff like that will be happening for sure. But for the most part, the chandelier is done. So let's go with 9. Oh, 9 I said? I want 8. There we go. And we do that. And then put this in. Oh, I think I need to put some there too, right? Yeah. Alright. So, let's go up to weld this up real quick like. Awesome. Alright, so now we have an actual door. And we know Scorp fits through it because he's been inside the Kestrel. So, that's so epic sounding. That is so awesome. And I just want a loader from Alien to just come walking through this. I think that's be the next epic sounding thing I'd want to hear is the sound of the mag boots on a loader. Just do-gunk, do-gunk, do-gunk. So make sure I didn't bang that up anywhere. Alright, cool. So let's go put some glass on the secondary windshield of the Kestrel. Alright, so this should finish her off. Not even close. Well, we came close, just not close enough. What do we need? We need some more girders, I'm positive of that. So let's see, how much more? Let's see, it's 12 times 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, or 5. 2, 4, 5. Everything else looks good there. Let's go ahead and do a once over. Oh, we're missing a bunch of these thrusters aren't online. So they need thruster components, it looks like, because we went through and did all the booster cells. I'm going to make sure the glass is all fixed up here on the fronts as well. And yep, that all the glass is intact and in place. And we're going to take this landing gear off because she's not going to need this anymore. Okay. Much better. Let's smooth that out there. Alright, cool. Let's see here. We need 2 more thrusters there, it looks like. Or blocks, at least. So, thruster components, we need a lot. Oh, this one's online. Okay, that's cool. So we need at least 2 there. 3, 4. I think what I'm going to do is, see how I got those set up that direction? I'm going to run a row of them right here, at least at some point. I'm not sure if we need that much of them. So actually what I'm going to do for right now is I'm just going to fill this with a standard block. Just to not have this ugly hole. And if we need to, we will come back and put more thrusters in along that line. I think what I'd probably do is put them here first, so we have that continuation started. Let's see, look at this damage. So we put thrusters going along here, and then we can have them turn around and then come down and go along here. I think it'll kind of be a cool transition if we need that much more thrust power in the vertical position. So, something caught my eye over there. So, let's see here. Everything looks pretty good, so we just need a crap load of thruster components. What's our inventory space look like? We need to get that into the chandelier cooking up, so let's go do that real quick. Grab some thruster components on our way back, and we'll go from there. Let's see here. Can I reach? Save me a trip. Why can I not put that in there? Oh, I did, and it's already gone. Let's do stone. There it is. And that should be, there it goes, it pulls it in. Once it reaches a certain amount, probably 1K-ish. Oh, half a K. Once it reaches half a K, it pulls it into the container that stores gravel. That's pretty cool. That's turning out way better than I anticipated. I need to get, oh, it's like, here's another chair, by the way. This is the other chair I told you I had installed. And back on full power. And keep topping off. Picking up rocks, I logged in, and I was like at 0.5%, and by the time I found a ship and jumped in, I was at 0.02. So I was gonna fall over. Thruster components. Let's check this out. How many we got? 110. That will be 3 of them if I pick the right 3, because a couple of them have some already. So we need to make some. So production. We need thruster components. We're always going to need thruster components because we're building all those little micro drones and stuff. So 300 gold and platinum. I'm not sure on platinum. I'm not sure if we have any up in the shed. Well, that answers that question. Yeah. I'll just take those. Thank you. I'll be back. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to go run over here. I'm not even going to bother with the scorpion because it's one component. Let's check this line here. That's all powered up and good. These are all powered up and good. This needs some help. And okay, that looks good now. And so we're gonna go around. Oh, I forgot to grab more girders. Come on, Havoc, stick with it here. I'm gonna have to find where that goes to. Let's see here. Go around the other side. Looking good. Looking good. Okay. Alright. That whole bank's online? That whole bank is online. Okay, so all her thrusters are now at 100% efficiency. Yeah, we need to grab some more girders. Let's do that real quick, and we're going to wrap the episode up here. So what we're going to need to do next is we need to get the barge online because we are going to need to get some ore. So in our coming episode, that's what we're going to be working on is the barge. So with that, I'm going to queue up a metric butt-ton of steel plates because, well, that's what we're going to need. So we're going to go to production. We're going to cancel that because we ended up getting everything we needed. And now we're going to make some girders. And behind that, we're going to go large blocks, heavy armor. Where are you? You know, you're hiding in here. I guess I could use any heavy armor block at this point. Because all we're wanting is the steel plates. So, I don't want the de facto heavy armor block. Light armor. I need to search for this now. As we add more mods, we need to search. Oh, there it is. So, that's 100 steel plate, or yeah, 100 armor blocks is going to create 15,000 steel plates. So that's good times right there. That's a party waiting to happen. So let's go get these girders on the Kestrel. And I'm almost ready to turn gravity back on. I just want to do just a little bit more looking around to make sure that we don't have more rocks floating around. For those who haven't played, if you have rocks floating around, or just anything, any form of debris floating around inside of a ship, a station, something that has gravity, it does a tremendous amount of damage. You can destroy entire ships by just having a couple small things floating around. And you just go like this. You'd be flying along, everything's fine. You hear a clunk, every once in a while. You'd be like, oh, hey, that's kind of weird. And then you go like this. You turn. And that thing gets all that inertia that I just whipped about like that and slams into your reactor or something like that and just obliterates your ship. It totally happens. I'm speaking from experience. So it's the last thing I want to do is, you know, build something like the Chandelier or the Kestrel, the barge, something really big and cool, and have like a little rock mess it all up. It's like when you guys were telling me that there was something loose on the Kestrel which was causing her to go adrift, which I still believe there is. I went and looked in my previous videos. I couldn't find it. So if you guys know where that item is, please leave a comment below so I can cut into the ship, find that item, and get it out. Because it's critical that that stuff not to be floating around inside the ship. So, I mean, granted, we will have supplies on board for repairs, but if it takes out our reactors while we're adrift... Why do I have 3 gravity wells right there? Does this thing produce its own gravity? No way. Okay, that is freaking cool. So if it does, I'm going to come over here and this thing's going to produce its own too. No? No? Okay. Well, then that's... Oh. Never mind. I'm a dunce. That was the gravity from the barge. Okay. But, I mean, it kind of makes sense, you know, that they could. So that's kind of where I was like, well, it kind of makes sense. These things could be giant, considered, giant gravity wells of energy and power. So, okay, it's shiny. Let's see here. So yeah, that's where we're at with things. We need to get a little bit more cosmetically going on inside the Kestrel. Right now, she's all about function, and she's got the function down. This is one awesome ship. So we need to make our docking ring for the drones as well. So that's coming up in the next coming episodes. But the next episode, for sure, we're working on the barge. Yeah, we got to get the barge under wraps, and because we need ore, we need resources. So we're gonna get the barge online, get all these plates filled up. That won't happen on camera, obviously, because you guys don't want to watch me put a couple 100,000 steel plates into a ship. You've seen that before. But when she's... I don't think we're going to call this one a she. I can't think of a single lady out there that wants to be called a barge. So, when we get this guy up and running, this barge, we're going to go out and do some harvesting. So we'll get some initial shots of that so you guys can see what that's going to be like, how the new ship handles. And then we'll show the offload. The offload is going to be pretty critical because that's where the tie into the Chandelier comes in. So basically, we're going to have a small cluster of ejectors on the bottom, right over here. I'm going to put a small cluster of them right here below this this port right here. And so we'll fly over the collector at the Chandelier, turn those all on, and they're just going to eject everything inside this massive container into that. So probably put a connector here, and we'll bring the Reaper Mark II in, and he will dock in right side up like so. So he'll come in and land, click, back into that, attach to that, and that container will be set to draw all materials in, or the collector will, off of the Mark II. So it'll suck everything into this, and then when we dock over the collector, everything else will come out. So, cool. Well, that's pretty much where we're at right now. So, my mining transport's better than your mining transport, by far. Okay, so that's it for now. This is Havoc. Have fun, and of course, man, keep gaming.